Hi there. My name is SahajSingh, and I'm a rising senior at Harvard, joint concentrating in philosophy and social studies, and I hold a secondary in computer science. My final project takes the ethos of humanities type research in its actual goal. Essentially, what I wanted to do was reform our standard note-taking apps. Most note-taking apps are linear. They're based on the time in which you actually created the note. Instead, when it comes to humanities research, often notes are inspired by each other. One leads to another, creating more of a tree-like data structure. In my app, noTeREE, I hope to create a similar tree-like structure through note-taking. So let's quickly log in. Now, this is the standard login, logout, register interface that we learned in finance, but I added a few extra strength features in order to make sure that the user has a stronger password. Now, let's look at the four different features we have here. One, the index in noTeREE. Two, tree growth. Three, new branch. And four, term branch. Let's start with new branch, because new branch is where you start the session. Essentially, new branch is where you write new notes. Let's quickly add a new note. When you add a new note, it appears in the index. That index stores a certain set of values. Those values are the keyword, which scans the document for the most frequent and most relevant word in the document in order to suggest what the most important features of the actual document was. And then the article and the parent feature. The article data point is the actual journal article that the note you're writing about links to, and the parent feature is the previous journal article that inspired you to read this specific one. By collecting these data points, we're able to create the tree-like structure that I'm talking about. So let's throw another branch in there. So you got B, C, D. Obviously, it'd be more complex in actual runtime, but now you're starting to enrich the ledger. Let's do C, D, E. Okay, so what are we doing with this ledger? Essentially, what we're going to do now is we're going to click tree growth. Now, tree growth generates the actual PNG of the tree structure that I'm talking about. Now, my Flask is too slow to render this, but if we just go to the actual documentation, you can see that a tree has been built. Pretty cool. That's my ultimate goal with this project. Now, you can also remove a branch just by, selecting delete, and then voila, it's all over. And now you have an entirely new tree like structure just by clicking tree growth, and look, they're good as new. Now, this seems pretty small at this stage, but let me log out and then log into the account that I've actually been using for my own research for the last few days. And you can see just how rich this entire process gets. I've just loaded a few bits of notes that I've had from my research this last week. If we just quickly press tree growth, you can see just how rich and complex these tree graphs become and how helpful they can actually be. In addition, the keyword feature allows you to quickly understand and summarize the most important features of the notes that you're taking in the case where you just need to jog your memory. And because of the dynamic features, I can just add a new branch. Let's say I want to do A and then epistemic injustice. Fill it with C. Now we have a new feature in the notes, and look at this. As soon as I press tree growth, we have now made a new tree that includes A in this section. So that's the goal of my project, kind of a non-linear note-taking device. I think it's pretty cool, it's functional, and I'll be using it myself in the future. So I hope you'll enjoy it as well. Thanks so much.